Hello friends, my name is Cameron, welcome back to Dead by Daylight. In this video, it's going to be a quick one. I'm playing as the Unknown, a killer I know very well. There are 3 killers in DBD that I know very well. One is Sadako, the Unknown, and Trapper. What I mean by know very well is that I know these killers basically like the back of my hand. If I stop playing as them for a certain amount of time, getting back into them won't be as difficult as, let's just say, Billy or Artist or killers that I don't normally play too often. And with that being said, this trial is a pretty good example of how good I am with the Unknown. Also, I will say that this was definitely difficult to record. Playing this game hasn't really been too fun recently. A lot of survivors that I've been playing against and with have just been DCing over like the smallest things, so it's been very unfun when it comes to that aspect of this game. And the reason for me talking about this is that I may sound very down during the trial. I spent about 3 hours getting some recordings done, and a lot of the trials just ended off with a lot of survivors quitting off the beginning, or just the games themselves not being too much fun. But I do think this one is a fun watch. Before we get into the build itself, I just want to say I kind of messed up on my recording when getting the footage for this gameplay. I didn't get the pre-trial of me staring at the survivors, so that's the reason why you're seeing their portraits here. And with that being said, let's talk about the build. Starting off with the perks, we have Scorched Hook Gift of Pain, Scorched Hook Pain Resonance, Scorched Hook Floods of Rage, and Make Your Choice. Just off glance, this is basically a Scorched Hook build with Make Your Choice on top of it. Just to talk about Gift of Pain, Pain Resonance, and Floods of Rage, any single time I hook a survivor on a Scorched Hook, Pain Resonance will activate if it's their first time being hooked on a Scorched Hook, adding some good regression. Gift of Pain is going to help me when it comes to slowdown, when it comes to them healing, and if they do decide to heal, they're going to suffer from that 16% penalty to repairing and healing, which is very good for most killers, but for the Unknown is actually even more helpful. If you want to injure a survivor with a UVX, you have to infect them first and then hit them again. So if they're staying injured, instead of hitting them 3 times, you only have to hit them twice. And then Floods of Rage to give me some good information whenever the survivor that is put on a Scorched Hook is taken off. And from there, I can try to go for a long shot on a couple survivors that are working on gens, or with this information, I can teleport to an hallucination that's close by to a survivor either working on a gen or in the corner of the map or just walking around. And now the final perk, Make Your Choice. This perk is amazing for Unknown just because of his hallucinations. If you leave in a hallucination near a hook, try to make as much distance as you can away from the hook, at least over 32 meters. Once you hear the unhook happen and somebody screams, teleport to that hallucination that's close by, chase a survivor that is exposed, down them, rinse, repeat. I really do think Sadako and Springtrap can also use Make Your Choice very well. Same thing with Dredge. Dredge is a little more situational, but these killers I think can use this perk very well. And I do get a couple good examples in this trial of how good Make Your Choice can be on the Unknown. So, those are the perks. Now let's talk about the add-ons. The add-ons I've chosen are the B-Movie Poster and the Blurry Photo. The poster makes it whenever you damage a survivor with their UVX, they're going to be affected by the Broken Status effect for 30 seconds, and the Blurry Photo makes it to where whenever the Unknown teleports, he will regain his full movement speed 15% faster. I was trying out the B-Movie Poster. I used it a long time ago, but I don't remember how good it was, and I think it's a pretty mixed add-on. I'm not too happy with it, and I'll talk more about that when we get to the value I got from this build, but overall, I don't think it's that great of an add-on, just me kind of testing it out again. And the Blurry Photo, in my opinion, is one of the best add-ons for the Unknown. Whenever you do teleport to an hallucination and you do not have this add-on, the Unknown takes a second to kind of like recover from the teleportation. With the Blurry Photo add-on, it makes it where this is non-existent, so you basically can just move immediately after teleporting. And this can just help you not waste too much time teleporting. Either that, or if you're chasing a survivor around a loop and you have an hallucination that's by them, teleporting to it won't waste too much time, and you can swing almost immediately after teleporting instead of having to wait that half second. Think of this as like a hag teleportation. When she does teleport, she can swing immediately. That's kind of what the Blurry Photo does to the Unknown. Alrighty friends, and that's the build. So the map I'm playing on today is Dead Dawg Saloon, a very open map, but a very good map for the Unknown. It's not too big, 1 and 2. There's a lot of places where you can hide your hallucinations to catch survivors off guard. Also, the loops make it really easy for you to use your UVX to bounce it off walls or to hit walls directly. So I really don't think that this is a bad map for him at all. And with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. I recorded a little late, so I really do hope this works out. Dead Dawg. Not a bad map for really any killer, but we'll see how this goes. I didn't realize I thought I was still recording, but I was not. I've been playing a lot of Unknown recently, but having a lot of fun with him. He's been enjoyable. Hello, Renato. You have a flashlight. I don't like that. Kind of ran into nothing. Good try. Keep looking into me. Look into my eyes. I thought he was gonna go left. You made a mistake? Oh, honestly, I almost made a mistake. Hello? Hi, Sable. You're my survivor. I forgot about that. I probably shouldn't be leaving Renato. Ah, you had to give me credit for trying. Ooh, that works. Good try. Let's see if she tries again. That was... Good try. I didn't think she was actually going to. Alright. That's about right. I've had a lot of DCs today. Well, that's 2 pain reses. It's alright. Let's see if they can recover. Let's see if I can try to get Sable to... Nah, wrong person. That's where the other one is. Hitting those shots always feels so nice. Might just leave her for just a moment. And hope that she'll go for the rescue. Yeah, she did. Okay. She's running to the to the left. I got 60 seconds, so. Renato did heal. Bot was self-carrying. This POW is still down. Just go for a basic. Good job. Let's break it now. She doesn't have much. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have brought the add-on to make it where if you hit survivors airborne, it slows them down. I should have done that. Minus 10%. Hello, Renato. Face the wall. I want to get my pain res off. My hooks are great. Let's see if it hits that gen up there. It did. Okay, so this gen is not the most progressed. Kick this. Yui did have a... Oh, okay. Don't do this, by the way, because Unknown can just do that. Oh, he did actually bolt it, okay. Oh, he has life, that's why. You can't hit over that, yeah. I have a lot of experience with Unknown. I just haven't played as him a lot recently, but I do have a lot of experience with him. I like him a lot. He's a fun killer. Okay, that gen got done. Is that Sable? No, actually, I might be able to hit that. Let's see. I'd move if I were you. Sorry. Renato quit too. Okay. Eve, man. Hello. I'm sorry. The funny part is, she's not even the one to even, or he's not even the one to even to get down. It was her. You're trying your best. I can appreciate that. I don't think it's gonna hit. No, it's alright. There's Sable. I can hit through that wall. Yeah, you can see. You can ding off of it. For those who don't know. Once I hear Yui scream, I'm just gonna go for her. If she even bothers to even go for Renato. Actually, she's right here. Yeah, so Renato's dead. Not like it matters. Good job. I'll have to expect her to pull that. Hi. What happened here? Hi, Sable. Good job on being, going in the other direction. That was good. I don't need to play like this. I don't think I'm playing too mean, but... I think this... No, this won't be a hit. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. She was just gonna leave it. Wow, okay. So this will be a hit. Try. Did she leave? There we go. It's fine. This is gonna be really difficult for her and me at the same time. Good job. That's really smart. Run towards the killer. That's really smart to do that. The Sable knows what she's doing. If she bolts out, this will be a... Yeah. What I could do. Stop her from looking at me. Oh, I messed up. She almost got hit there, too. She doesn't have balance. She would have used it already. Happy I'm able to show off all these shots you're able to hit. I wish I was able to down her, but you know. It is what it is. Thank you, blurry photo. If I get my final pain res. I don't think this add-on's very good, the broken one. I guess if you leave a survivor after you injure them, sure, but I don't think it's very good. That gen back there got hit because of the noise. Because I kicked that gen too many times. I think she ran back into it. Anyways. I can see her. She's just going for it. You should have bolted that or still try to mind game it, because yeah, you're down. Yeah, literally, sorry, friend. Unknown beat me to it. Well played, friend. You did your best. Yeah, they alright, I don't know why you did that. Bots love to do that for some reason. They really do like to stink and run back into the UVX. I couldn't tell you why. Well, I got my challenge done at least. That's something. This build is pretty strong, just overall. Scorched hooks have been good just for a long time. Just keep that like in mind for future. They've always have been good. I actually found it. I don't really pay attention to where hatch spawns on that map too much. Yeah, well, we'll try it, everyone. Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice this. Renato had life, had no idea. Yui had balance, no idea. Sable, didn't see any of her perks either. Well, yeah, well played, everyone, I guess. Alrighty, friends, and that's the gameplay part of this video. Like I said before, a bit of a quick one. I just want to say thank you to Sable and Yui for sticking through it, even though it didn't look like they were even going to get another gen done. I really do appreciate them trying their best and just trying to get some points or that'll just have some fun. And also, well played to Sable when it came to keeping me busy. She did a very good job when it came to just keeping me busy and looping me around the map. If I chased her at the beginning of the game, I think this trial would have ended a lot differently. Also, I feel bad for the Yui. She didn't really get to show how good she was at looping just because she got exposed twice because of Make Your Choice, but she did her best, and that's all that matters. So again, well played to her for sticking it out. And with that being said, let's talk about the value I got from this build. Starting off with Gift of Pain, I think I got some pretty good use off of it just because I think it kept a couple survivors injured so they didn't have to suffer that 16% penalty. Also, the Renato and the Yui did heal at some point, so they did suffer from that 16% penalty. Moving on to Pain Resonance, I got 4 uses out of it, which is the max amount of uses you can get out of this perk, so overall this perk did very well. Also, it is one of the best regression perks, so I don't think that this perk would ever not do well unless you used a Pain Res on a gen that only had like 5%. Moving on to Floods of Rage, got some really decent value from it as well. I was able to figure out where the Make Your Choice survivor was multiple times. I was able to tell which direction they were going and how far I was away. And I do think without this perk, I definitely would have lost the first time Make Your Choice activated on the Yui. She made a lot of distance from the hook, and I was behind main building, so I couldn't really see which direction she was going. So again, I think because of this perk, I was able to get that use of Make Your Choice. And moving on to Make Your Choice, got 2 uses out of it. I will say, I think it was the best perk out of all of them. Don't get me wrong, Pain Res did a lot when it came to regression, situation. But overall, I think getting an instant down on a survivor at any moment is always the strongest thing you can do. It can definitely cripple a whole team because, one, the survivor that does have make your choice applied to them, they have to play really well. It can add a lot of pressure onto them, and hopefully they don't make a mistake, because if they do, at that point the chase didn't really last very long, and this did not give a lot of other survivors a lot of time to either work on gens, heal, or get another survivor off hook. So that's my reasoning for thinking that make your choice was the best perk in this trial. Moving on to the add-ons, when it came to the poster, I don't really think I got any good use out of it. Anytime that this add-on did apply onto a survivor, they were either in the middle of getting downed or I didn't leave chase with them. And I think with this add-on, you need to injure a survivor with a UVX and then leave them, and hopefully that brokenness will add a lot more pressure onto them to not really make too many risky mistakes. But even still, I don't think 30 seconds is very long. I don't know. I don't think this add-on is just very good in general. I will say the blurry photo though did an amazing job. I used it 6 times, got some pretty good uses out of every single one. The best example I can give for the blurry photo was when Yui and Renato were in shack when Renato was down and the Yui was trying to heal him. I teleported over there and immediately got control of the situation instead of having to wait an extra second for me to recover. Either way, compared to the 2 add-ons that I brought, the blurry photo is marginally better than the B-movie poster. I ended off the trial with 3 sacrifices, 1 survivor did get hatch, and I hooked 9 survivors. Renato did die from stage 2 on hook, which is fine. I don't think it would have changed much anyways. Overall, I didn't seem like I was having a lot of fun in this trial, but I was. I just really don't like recording trials whenever people quit because I like to have close games. I always like to show off how good a certain killer is whenever every survivor is on their A game and trying their best, or at least just playing the game. I like how Sable and Yui were. Again, well played to both of them, and I really do thank them for continuing to try and actually see how far they can get. So I really do hope that this video was at least enjoyable to watch. I really do hope I was able to show off how good the Unknown can be when it comes to like the knowledge of him and his UVX. I'm very happy I was able to show off some shots that you're able to get on the Dead Dawg Saloon with his UVX, because a lot of them are pretty, I would say, easy to get if you just remember that his UVX does go through walls, and a lot of the walls that are on the Dead Dawg Saloon are very thin, and also when it just comes to pallets, when to use your UVX and when to not use it. So again, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more, consider subscribing. I try to post whenever I can. I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for uploads, but don't hold me to that. I'm going to try my best to get videos out on those days. And if you did like this video, leave a like. It always helps support the channel. If you do want to see more content from me that I've already uploaded, I have links in the description. If you do want to check those out, it'd be much appreciated. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I can't say it enough, and I hope to see all of you in the next one. Stay safe out there, friends.